Well, we talked about the bootlegging in China,
Right.
and since that time, someone pointed out something very interesting to me. So I actually went and looked it up. You're familiar. You're familiar with Range Rovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you something. There is a car in China called the Land Wind. You see that? Side by side.
It's a nice car.
It's a nice car.
It's dope. It looks good.
Take a look at it next to the actual Range Rover. I think it's a Range Rover Evoque.
Yeah, it's a land wind.
I mean, even even the text, the font of the Land Wind is exactly the same font as the Range Rover.
Yeah.
The grille, the styling, everything. It is damn near the same car. Now, I will point this out. Range Rover took them to court. It's called Jiangling Motor Corporation, JMC, and they actually won a case against.
So there's no more land winds?
Well, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably no more land winds.
Oh.
And they had to pay, and let me also tell you, the land wind, like the Range Rover Evoque cost 40,000 pounds. So that's like, I don't know, like let's say $80,000 or let's just say $60,000. I don't know what the exchange rate is. Well, let's just do the exchange rate. Fuck it. It's not that much anymore. It used to be a lot more. Okay, so the Range Rover has a cost of around $50,000 US. The Land Wind, you can get for about $17,000. So not only do they copy the style, but they severely undercut the cost. And in this particular case, they actually found, they said at least 5 different pieces of that car that were identical. And they would have to stop manufacturing this. And I think that there was, they had to pay some damages as well. So it seems like things might be changing a little bit over there. But the fact that an actual major car company felt that they were entitled to create an exact copy of a foreign vehicle, manufacture it, put it in stores, and put it out just shows the craziness of the bootlegging in China.
Hey.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. What the hell? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And last time we talked about the Supreme, there's actually a bunch of now Supreme stores in China, like actual.
Like real Supreme stores.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Like Supreme stores?
Hold on.
Or bootleg Supreme stores?
Bootleg Supreme stores. In malls, there's actual Supreme stores with people lined up.
And it's not the real Supreme?
There are no Supreme stores in China.
Wow.
It does not exist.
So Supreme, I should go out there and really like Why not?
Yeah,
man.
Listen, I come from a communist country. I'm not sitting here and denouncing anyone and saying like, this is bad and whatever else. I understand you come from a country where there's no real elections. Like where I came from, I mean, shit, Putin is still running shit for the last 20 years over there.
Right.
In China, there's no public elections.
Right. I mean,
didn't the Chinese president say that he's going to be there for life? Didn't they get rid of the terms or something like that?
I don't even know.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, listen, when you have a situation where the people really don't matter, people's opinion about how you run the country don't matter, people are going to do what they're going to do. It is what it is. Right. But, I think in the long run, it stops your growth. It hurts you more than it helps you in the long run. In the short term, a lot of people pad their pockets. The Land Wind probably made a lot of money for the president of that company.
Yeah.
But in the long run, it's like, come on, man, you can't just be doing this type of shit on a global scale. And, and we talked about this. Like, you have a clothing line, you have merch. How would you feel if all your merch was being sold in China in stores and you got nothing off of it? And it didn't actually even help your sales because really it's just in China.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I definitely would be upset. It's not. But at the same time, it's like over there, they go by a whole different set of rules. So it's like, they don't look at it the same way as us. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Do you think that there is just a a different set of core values in Chinese culture versus American culture in terms of stealing and that type of thing. And I'm not saying this to put anyone down or say one is better than another, but is it one of those things where it's only bad if I get caught, or is there an inherently like you should not steal because this is just bad on a human level over there? Is there a difference?
I don't think to them. I don't. I don't know if they feel like that's stealing to them.
Okay, bootlegging is not stealing.
I don't think that to them it's not stealing, right? I don't think they have a stealing problem in China. Like I don't feel like, people are getting robbed. I don't know, right? I haven't really been to China, right? I haven't
Yeah.
been to Hong Kong, so I don't. But I don't think the culture of Chinese culture, like stealing, is cool. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like their perception, their ideology of taking something and making a copy of it, I don't think to them they feel like they're stealing. They're just making it. They're just cloning it, right? So, I mean,
But it's not tolerated with each other. See what I'm saying? You can't take a Chinese movie, bootleg it, and go show it in a Chinese theater and think it's going to be okay.
yeah.
Think you're not going to get hit with some serious fucking fines and particular jail time. But if it's a foreign company, I feel like it's not viewed the same. And we talked about this. With the laws are very different over there. We're stealing from a foreign company. There's really no ramifications for it.
But they can't steal from their own. Like they
steal
can't
from-
copy
They
their
can't
own.
copy their own. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hey man, listen. I think at the end of the day, if China was to become the number one superpower as opposed to number two, where they are right now, they're gonna have to get over that. They're gonna have to, you know.
I mean, I think yeah, definitely. I think that would definitely make other people like, not other countries not wanna, cause it's not fair. Like how can you just copy my shit, right? And then you're not copying your own shit, but you could copy my shit.
Right.
So it's like, you know.